There. Hi. Hi guys, it's Kelly. I just want to do this flip through really quick. Well, I'm going to try to be quick. It's huge. I have this listed in my shop. I'm calling it Just So, and it's 2 signatures, and you know, I always get carried away, so here it is again. I just should make them bigger, I guess. Or, you know what? This is me trying to make it small. Seriously, I thought I'm going to just do 2 signatures. But, oh well, it always gets away from me, so that's just the way it is. But, so one of the girls from group sent me this, Michelle, I think it was, sent me this pretty little charm. And it's got little scissors and thread and a little ruler and stuff, so it's pretty cute. I love it. And then, well, this is a little pocket here. Actually, it was a tag. It's pretty thick stuff, and I sewed it onto some pattern paper. And then I just made a little pocket there, and there's a little rosette right here. And so there's just some stuff in here and some matching buttons. This is a mother-daughter duo again here. You know, my mom started doing this, and she sends me things, and now is making her own journals and has orders. So we're very excited about that. And so anyway, so this is one of the ones that has some of the stuff that she made, and I made both. So this one's kind of fun to me and to her too. But so this is just a little needle book. I don't know, it says it's from Maryland. So that's kind of cool. And I just stuffed this pocket here full of just things and little matching buttons. And then my mom made these scissors back here, and it's just cute, right? And then I just left it all shaggy because I just like that. There's some velvet on here and eyelash trim and some cotton fabric and some eyelash. And so it's a deep rose. Okay. If it's not showing up on camera, but it's a deep dusty kind of rose color. And it's going to be tough to show because it's so thick, but I'm going to do my best, okay? And we could pull everything out so that, you know, it's easier, and then put it back in as you go, or I don't know how you want to do it, but there's just some, well, I've used coordinating fabric for some of the tags, and double pockets here. And then these are Digital Collage Club little, what are they called? Little bolts, spools, I mean, little spools. They're cute. And there's some tags back here. Now, my mom made these. This one, she made all these tags here. And I sewed around and then zhuzh them, you know. And then I like to use the tops or your clothes tags in the back, you know, where it scratches your neck. I rip them off and then use them for pulls on my tags. It's kind of fun. So there's lots of flip outs on this one. And let me give you the measurement really quick. It's just, you know, a page folded in half like we always do. So this is, well, it's a little over 9, but you know, with the trim and stuff, it's like 9.5 or whatever. And then, so, you know, 9 by 6, but it's a little bit bigger because of all the frills and everything. And like I said, there's lots of flip outs with this because I've used the inserts to our pattern papers for the journaling spots. And what I'm doing is I'm putting coffee stain paper on one side and then putting the pockets and the stuff on the other side. And then I just flipped this up from when I put the coffee and sewed around. And so it has a big envelope in here that's coffee stained, and it's a envelope and or journaling spot. So my mom made this one, and it's pretty big, so it's the biggest one in here actually. And then there's a matching tag right here, but I got it clipped in. My mom makes those little altered clips with the button and piece of paper, and it just has the matching stuff and some cheesecloth and So it flips out this way. So there's a lot of them that do this. So there's lots of journaling space here for that. And then I'm using the work basket. And this is green. I don't know if it's showing up good, but and then I just have a couple simple tags here because then my mom made this. It's a cute little double little pocket here. And it just gets so stuffed that you have to eventually, you know, stop. You know what I mean? So anyway, and they're sewed around here and the coffee stain on this side. And then this is with the red, white, and blue part. I love this. It's just cute. This is actually well, it's a half a page. I'll show you. It's made out of this envelope I was getting at the post office. It has the big window. So it was kind of fun. Oh, my dog wants a biscuit for Petey's sakes. Here. There you go. His biscuits are under my desk, you know. That's funny. Okay, so it's a McCall's tag. My mom made the tag and sends it to me, and then I sewed around and put the little rickrack and the trim on the bottom, and it's coffee stain on the back, and they're pretty thick. Then she made this one out of the pattern paper and coffee stain on the back. It's like I said, hers are always real thick. So it's a double stack here is what I have going on. There's a glossine in the back, a big one, and then a smaller one in the front. These are in my shop too, by the way. So you got a couple little, and I coffee stain the glossine, so that's kind of fun. And then I put the matching, it's red and white and cheesecloth and a big blue vintage button. And then this, I always like these. They're just cute little fold outs you can write in, or you can tuck something in there. Sometimes I glue it down and make a little pocket out of them, but this time I just left it. So anyway, and then this is red velvet I have in my shop too. I love, and it's a tag made out of pattern paper. And like I say, it's on that weird little envelope that I showed you. And then so that's a clear side, and I'm making these little button bingo cards. You guys have seen them on Pinterest or whatever, and that's the red still. And I got a little doily there covering that up. Covering up the uglies on the envelope, right? So it just is cute. We can get it back in there. There we go. Then I have a couple of just the work basket pages. You can see I have all these new lights here, but ooh, is that better? We'll see. If you just get a glare, well, that's no good either. And then there's coffee stain, and then we make these cool little tuck spots here. I'll show you. It's just got a simple paper tag in there, and this one flips up. It's cute. My mom makes these little circles. Oh, I don't know if it's too dark. I don't know what's happening here with my lights, but it's dark in Seattle because it's raining all the time. But so anyway, that one's just cute. And you got a little spots here, two little pockets here where you can put stuff in. Then on this side, it's folded in such a way where you get where you can put long stuff in. And so I just make tags out of the stuff that's left off the sewing. This I think was elastic. I don't know, but it's pink. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but and then I just fluff the top, and then this is some rub-ons somebody sent me. I don't know what. Oh, that's this stuff right here. Parchment rub-ons, but I don't know who it's by or what it is. But anyways, it's really cool. I love it. So they worked really good. And it's a corset, and so then I just put there's a little bow here with a pearl, if you can see. I'm not sure if it's showing up that great, but it's pretty cute. My mom made that, and then I did the rub-on and stuff. And then here's a little envelope, and this is just sticking here for cute because it's blue. And then the page is made out of a different kind of pattern paper, and then I just made some. These are just vintage book pages that I gessoed, and I made a sandwich with the lace panel. You know how sometimes you get that lace that, I don't know, you don't really like or something, you know? And I don't know, sometimes you get those panels, I don't know, sometimes I just don't like what they have on them. So I sandwich it in between book pages and then sew around. And I just put "Just So" stamped right here, and there's a vintage stamp, and it's a 5-cent stamp, and then I did some stamping of my own on there. So it's a cute little envelope. And that's Tsunami Rose, and I put a little glitter on there. Boy, I don't know if you can see, but and then on the inside, I gotta just, yeah, I put 2 of these in here. Oh, and it's Velcro those little round Velcro-y things. And then I put in blue. That's why I did blue envelope, because it was blue paper with the little sewing, what do you call that? Dressmaker doll or dressmaker mannequin on it. So I like that one. And these are really thick then, so you can put a lot of stuff in there. And I like the closure too. It's kind of fun. And this is really heavy grunge coffee. So if you like that, I kind of got crazy on how dark it is, but I kind of like it. And so I always save, even if the thread is no good on all your vintage threads, pop the tops off, and I always use them for decoration. I don't know, I kind of like how it looks, so I use them. It's kind of fun. And this, of course, is a big flip out. And my mom made these pockets and the tags, and it's just vintage book pages, and then she coordinated the little coin envelope to kind of match to go with it. And there's some paper in here with the sewing on the edge, and I left the thread, but you can certainly pull it off. And it's just made out of vintage book pages. And then there's another little envelope here with a little ticket closure, and it's a little tuck spot. And this is just a journaling spot. Since I'm using these, this is pattern transfer paper for, I think, quilters. I'm not sure. I'm not a sewer, but anyway. So I'm coffee staining that, see, in the back, and then using this for the pocket sides. So you'll have a variation there, and there's a pocket back here with tags, and you can certainly tuck right here too. I just didn't, just because there's so much stuff in here. And so this is tracing paper, and this folds out too, but it's real thin. You know how tracing paper is. And I've got a couple little clips here. Now I clipping these in because well, these are just simple tags now from my shop, and this is just paper and some stenciling, and these are note card. I'll show you. They're just note cards I punched and inked up. I was watching Lori Fusco. She always makes me crazy. You know what I mean? Every time. Oh, you know how you have those girls you watch? She makes me crazy. So anyways, she was using her note cards. I have so many dang note cards, you guys. We got to start using them up. So she was using them up, and they were so cute. And this is what she was doing. She was using them for belly bands and, I don't know, just different stuff. So now I had to do it. So hi, Lori. So anyway, there's a couple more of these little clips with the buttons on them. And so this is just the note card punched and folded over. And I put a little doily there if you can't see. And then just some simpler tags, because this paper is so thin that the tags kind of have to be thin and wispy too, so it can be held there. And then this is the Dusty Rose velvet trim from my shop. And my mom made this little doohickey with coffee stain in there for a cute little journaling spot, and I set it right here because I seen Lori Fusco do it, so now I had to. It's so dumb how we do that, but I can't help it. Oh, you know. And then I got a Facebook group, you know, Junk Journal Junkies, etc. I got the link there in the description box and the link to my shop. But anyway, we have a die cutter team that sends out die cuts every month, and so somebody sent me those little die cuts. They're just little paper with the roses, and it's just pretty. I think it was Theodosia square paper. I'm pretty sure that's what this is from Hobby Lobby, you know. I don't know if you're getting too much glare. Let's see. Is it better without that? I don't know. I just don't know. And then this is the same coordinating rose paper that's I used on the tag here, and it's on the back of this. This is the center, and I sewed around it, and the center is, remember those little sewing cards when you were little? Oh my gosh, I loved these. You get the thread, do it up, you know? So that's the center, and then I used wax thread. That's in my shop too. I have, I think it's 71 yard spools. I love, it's the best that I've found, and I'm sticking with it and putting it in my shop. So until I find something better than that, that's what we're going to do. So I love that. And so then I put it on this side again and did the same thing so that it kind of is matchy, you know. So I did the same, you know, this pink. So I did the same on this side. Different punch, but the same idea, the same little tag and the same, you know, same idea. They're cute. And then here's that second little coin envelope that Mom made. My mom, her name's Betty. And there's just some little stuffies in here from the pattern booklets. And then she also makes these cool things. They're like little matchbooky journaling spots. They're just neat. So it's just like a matchbook. So you just lift it out. If I didn't have these giant nails, I could do it better, but there. And it's got coffee stain paper on the inside. So you can write in there if you want to. And then there's another, it's vintage paper. It's actually quite fragile. So I don't know. I put it in because I like old, it's like cardboard. And I just sewed around to actually try to keep it together. So I don't know. If you just like paper and the feel of it and stuff, you'll like it. You know what I mean? But that one's kind of funny. I don't even know. I mean, you can write on it and stuff, but pulling it in and out of this spot, you might want to put it in a different spot. I don't know. But however, you know how we like to play with stuff. So, and then here's the flip out for then on this side. And I still have some more Coats and Clark thread tops, you know. And then this flips out. And then here's another one of those pockets, like the other one that my mom makes with the little, see, it kind of all matches up. See how she did it on the tag and the tag. And then the tag back here then coordinates with this one. And these are cute. And then here's a little journaling spot there. I know I'm kind of sideways. It's tough to see, but I'll show you. Then she makes these cool little things. I think they're actually extra gum packs that she's made a template for, and so she makes these cool little journaling spots out of them. I just think it's neat. So we got tags and little stuffies matching there, so that's kind of fun. I love those. So that's a big, thick, you know, thick spot there, and some more here, and journaling spots. And then I like this. If I could open it up enough to show you, for Pete's sakes. This one's fat. Sometimes I feel like I shouldn't do them like this. It's tough. But if you like a bunch of junk, this is it. Little paper tag with the matching little trim here, and the trim I got cut. I used my scan and cut. So that's one of the little things there I can get out of that. That's really fun to use. And then here's one of the little tags. Actually, it's not so little, but it's fun. And there's another envelope back there. This one here. Another little envelope with a ticket. So you can put stuff in there. And then here's another one of those rub-ons with the scissors, which I think is really cute. And this has a little spot for tags right here if you want. And then this is a weird flip out with the tag, and it's got a yard of my pink seam binding in there, and it flips out so you can write in there. And this is a vintage, you know, where they wrap the lace around it. I just think that's cool. I just made a paper hinge so it flips like that. Just because it was cool. And then look at this guy. It's pretty funny. Look at him. Woohoo! And it has the knit afghan and the raglan sleeve instructions, which I thought is pretty cool. And then here's the other side of that little envelope. And it's pretty cute because Let me see. It's just got buttons and ribbons, and you know, I love this stuff. And here's in one of my mom's little matchbooky things that you can pull down and write in. And then the window is here, and you can pull that tag out and write on that too if you want to. Got another light, or is that too much glare now? I just don't know. You guys tell me. Shoot. These dang things. I never know if I should use the big lights or not. I think I'm going to raise them up because I just think they're too close is the problem. That is my husband's job tomorrow. But coffee stain glassine, and then more images cut out of pattern paper with my scan and cut machine. Some pink cheesecloth and seam binding. There's a doily back there. And these sacks are in my shop, by the way. And then little tags with the buttons, and this velvet's in my shop too. And then just more heavy grunge, boy, if you like the grunge. And then this one's, I love the trims on here, and I love this button. Oh my God. I was going to make clips out of these, but I had to use one for a flip up, and I sewed around, and it's got that pink cheesecloth. And then I put a big pink pearl in the middle, and there's some velvet there, and that's a vintage loop-de-loops. And a round card. My mom made that. And she made this one too. And then I sew around, and then I add the little fluffies on top. And it's got the thimble and the little birdies. And of course, this one is a flip. So it's big journaling spots for you to write in. And then this side has the same round. So I try to kind of keep it kind of matchy-matchy. And the loops from the other side, and the little. So that's the first signature. Now this second one's a little bit different. This one is really thick because it's coffee stain sandwiched with old vintage pattern paper in the middle, and then coffee on this side. So it's real thick, like pillowy. So if you like that kind, you know, this is the one. And look at the heavy coffee. Oh boy, that was really thick stuff. Look at this. So this flips out too, right? So it flips open, and we just have so much fun stuff in here. If I can show it to you. Because when you open it up, see the whole way. So you got glassine on both sides, see. So I heavy coffee stained this, and there's little scissor die cut, and that rose ribbon from my shop, and just a little tag from some paper. I don't know what it was called, but it was just in one of those little packs, you know, the little, I just cut it in half and made a tag out of it. And here's another one of my mom's matchbooky things. So you get 3 of them in here, and then one of her tags again. But what happened right here is, I'll have to get the scissors. I glued, oh, there we go. And the threads, I leave the threads hang, and then I glue and the threads get stuck. So, you know, that's how that goes. And then, so we got the double glassine again. So there's a little pocket right here with the sewing tag. And then it's got a needle up here, so watch out. This is the instructions to the center, where you seen the little sewing card. So it has all the instructions. Isn't that cool how you do it and all that? So that's like a vintage piece of ephemera there with a little needle on there. So watch out so you can see then how the tags. Boy, I did it again. I'm gluing in my thread. You know how we do. I might have to start cutting these off because I keep doing that. It's really funny. There. So that's got the sewing around and the, I like the flowers on there. There's a couple of these actually. Whoops. And then the little pocket, that because I glued it to where we got a little pocket there, and that's some vintage trim. This is all usually vintage except my seam binding. It's Hug Snug though. But and then here's the other side of the little envelope. outfits on. Each one has a signature there, and the bingo card is in there. It's pink and white. I don't have to drag it out to show you, but it goes, and then there's the little scalloped edge again from my scan and cut. So it all kind of matches there. And then I made a little coin envelope here with some seam binding and trim on the side, and it's got little girl dress tags in there, and this flips out, but let me get the clip off here because there's a tag on that side holding that on. So it flips out. So there's a big journaling spot, lots of heavy coffee. And then on this side is that big tag. I'll show you. My mom made this one, and I sewed around and embellish. Big fabric button, pink cheesecloth, that brown seam binding, and some real chunky crocheted lace. You guys know I like the chunky stuff. And the doilies on the edge there. And this tag is so heavy that I had to clip it a couple times because that one's small. So that's kind of fun. And somebody made me this clip. Can't remember who now. I want to say Cassie, but I've had it for such a long time because it's glitter. I don't know. I just like it. You know how you hang on to stuff you like for a while, but I'm finally using it. Oh. I hate to let that one go. And then this is a work basket little, piece where the envelope is, and I just put a little medallion on there so you could write your name or the year, whatever you want to do. And then here's another one of those cool little envelope, those tuck spots, and then that, you can tuck in there. And then this is another little coin envelope I made with the coordinating the same pink that I've been using throughout. And then this is actually elastic. It's like lacy though. I think it's vintage. It's like panty elastic, I think. But I like it, so I'm using it because I think it's cute. And it's inked up and stitched all the way around. So when you open it up, then see, because here's another little tag. And so when you open it up, see, then you can see how it all kind of goes together, when you open up the flip out. And then that's coffee on that side, see? That tracing paper. And then here's the same paper again, so it all kind of coordinates together. And somebody sent me this cute die cut, and then I just added some fabric there, so it's like coming out of the machine, like they're sewing out of the machine. So, and that's pink seam binding and a little lacy little bow, and this is just a little booklet. It's actually just has one sheet of paper in it that I folded to make all these little pockets, and I did button stamping on it, the little buttons, and each one has a little digital collage club. And this is just bias tape, and I put coffee stain paper on the inside, sewed around, just made a little journaling spot, and stamped buttons and stamped buttons again, and just some tickets and whatever. And then this side is just the plain, and my coffee has glitter in it too. And I only sewed in one, so this actually flips out like this. So you could write on the whole back, and then this side is all the tags, all the pockets. So it just flips back in together and shuts like a little booklet. So that's kind of cute. And then the page is made out of vintage crochet book. And then this is pretty cute. It's a just pattern paper, it comes folded like this. I didn't do anything but cut it off and glue it on. And then it's got a big, I forgot this, but it's got a big pocket back here. I didn't put nothing in there because I forgot it was there. Shoot. Hey, but I got something. I got 2 tags sitting over here that I thought, what the heck, I didn't put them in. So guess what? I'll put them in back there right now. This extra lady, she can't be sitting over here all by herself. And an extra one of these with the, so I'll put it in. See? There. Now we got it. Just like I need more in here. This is from my die cut, my scan and cut. And this is from my Scan and Cut. And then I just put some stuff on there, and it just folds down and there's just coffee stain paper on the inside for journaling. So that's kind of fun. And then the die cutters sent me these she's sent me the same paper I was using. So I was like, holy, that is just too perfect. So it's just a little die cut and a tag to match. And then this comes right off. You can use it. It's an altered clip. It's really pretty. Somebody made me this too, and I've been hanging on to it. Oh, because I actually want to make some. It looks really pretty. It's got the cabochon in the middle and the flowers, and she did 3 layers of paper. But it's the same pink paper, it looks like, that I've been using, so I had to put it in here anyways. And this is the center of this one, is pretty cool. They're both flip outs, and this is from the die cut team that sent me this. I don't know, I cut it in half and glued it down so that it covers up the pattern paper that I'm using. And then I put in 2 little, they're both different, but they're both little journaling spots. The coffee stain, this one's a little envelope, and this one's coffee stain, and then they're both little pockets, and they have the matching, and then they open like this for the big journaling spots. So it's just heavy coffee. Again, my wax thread from my shop there. So that's kind of fun centers to have on both of them. They both have a fun center. And then I'm continuing with the same there's little tags back here with the same fabric is what I'm trying to get out. And then I got these pins in my shop too now. They're little mini gold safety pins. I like to use those. And then these are those extra gum packs, I think is what they are, and they open up for journaling spots. So that's really fun. My mom makes those. And this is 1972, it says, magazine, just for fun. Oh, and then here's a bias tape flip out. I love this for storage to put things in. I always love these. And then these are coffee stained on the inside for little journaling spots, because tracing paper you can't journal on too great. So I gave you a couple little flipper outers there. And then this flips out, and this is glued down, but it's a big, and you just pull it up like this. See? And it's a big old, it's a big old flip out. See? On both sides. So you have lots of lots of journaling room on this one, and then it folds back down like the accordion. See, with the same coordinating paper. So that's, I don't know, I think that one's really fun. I've not done those before. And it was made out of junk mail, from directions to something I bought recently. I don't know what it was, but it's just junk mail. Fold it up. And then here's another one of my mom's double little coin envelopes that I stuck a couple. These tags are also in my shop. And then there's seam binding and a colored doily back here. It's a pink one. Somebody sent me those too. And it was so long ago, I don't remember who now. What did I do here? I don't know why it's not going in. I just took them out of there. I'll have to see what the heck. I don't know. What did I do? Oh, there we go. And then this one, it has a top on it from the thread, And then I use these too because they're just cute. I don't know. They're from your embroidery thread, the little thing that pulls off. And I always stick some extra lace or whatever it is I'm going to put in there, and it kind of looks like a bow. And I just leave it in there for like extra little things. And then this, of course, is a flip out because did I show you that already? I don't know, but anyway. That's why it's so thick, because it's like every page is a flip out. I don't know what I was doing here, but it was kind of fun. And then this one is the same matching coordinating paper I've been using throughout, and I'm just put little tuck spot here with some coffee paper, and I made a Little tag with some coffee paper on the back of that. And then this has a, this is kind of cool. It's a whole pocket in itself you can take out and, I don't know, use in another journal or leave it in there and whatever you want to do. And it's got a couple of tags in there. And this one has coffee on the back, and it's just made out of coffee stain paper that I sewed around that heavy grunge. I just like it. I don't know. I just like it like that. This one's just the paper. There's no coffee because I wanted the contrasting, you know, and then I just slid it up because you can slide in there. So that's kind of fun. And then on this side has the little pockets, see? And they're just paper tags with the matching little tabs. It's kind of cute. These are cute. And then here's the little work basket. That's it. It's actually an envelope, so you can put stuff in there if you wanted to. And then I like these tags and the clip too. There's got some waxing on here and some cheesecloth, and that's a Tsunami Rose, I think. And I like the pattern on the paper is sewing stuff, you know, so it's kind of fun. And then I put coffee on the back, and I love the blue velvet pull. It's really pretty. And then the clip holding it is burlap, and it's got the blue button that kind of matches it up, and little butterfly on this side. Somebody sent me this too, and we're doing altered clips soon, so I better get to making some. But I love this one, and I've been holding on to it forever, but it matches because it's blue, so I had to use it. I just had to. And now, of course, this is a big flip out, but let's see. But my threads see all my long threads? I keep gluing them. And it's funny. And then, so here's the other, you know, the other side of that envelope, and it has a matching, the same, only smaller. And it's got wax on there. You can see cheesecloth and the velvet and the blue cheesecloth. I love that at Hobby Lobby. So pretty. And then the matching paper from my scalloped edge from my scan and cut. And then that's for my scan and cut too, just a little tuck spot. And then I made a tag out of the, I don't know what it was. I think it was sequin. Oh yeah, it was sequins. Then I just sew around. I put coffee stain on the back, and then my mom made this little coin envelope, and I just put in a little paper tag in there with the rickrack. So that's kind of cute. And I just tucked it in there. And then here's another pull out again. And it's got a little flip up and another little tag with some directions on there. It's kind of cool. My mom made that one. And then coffee paper. And then the back is the same as the front. The two double pockets, the tags, and the other just so. It says just so, and it's just so, and a different stamp and stamping, and it's got glitter on it, and the sandwich lace, and it's got the same blue. I love it. I don't know what, but I just like the gesso with the blue ink. I don't know. It just does something for me. Just does something for me. I don't know what it is, but it gets me all excited. So anyway, that's pretty cute. So the double pockets are in the back like that, and this goes in. And there is a little tuck spot there if you want. And then here's my K. I don't know if you can see it. I stamp a K in my book. Sometimes I forget, but I got to start remembering again. So there's the K. And then the back is just all the shag. Okay. So it's listed in my shop, and I'll be right back because I have a couple kits I'm going to show you for, well, they're paper penguin. I had a couple of these and they already sold, so I'm going to do a couple more. They're paper penguin. What are these called? I don't even know. I forget right now. I can't think straight right now for some reason. You know how that happens? You get on here and you forget everything. I don't even know what this is called right now. Sick. But anyways, these are kind of popular, and I have extra. And it's a 3-month weekly calendar. So you got the calendar, the days of the week on one side, and then bullet journaling on the other side for bullet journalers. And then you can put these in your, you know, in with the bands. What the heck am I trying to say? What is it? It's not a traveler's notebook, is it? Traveler's notebook style? Where you put this in with the bands, you know? So I got like 3 of these coming up, little kits to decorate this up with. Okay. And I have a black and white one, and I have like a spring jelly one, and then another, well, I don't know what this one's going to be, but it's cute too. So I have 3 of them, so I'll be back, okay? See you later.